Hello, everybody. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Sue. Hi, Neela. Hey, Debbie. Debbie is incognito today. Hopefully somebody can tell me that they can hear me. And let me go ahead and play the intro and we'll get started. Okay. We'll give a few minutes for everybody to get here. Okay, sound is great. Good, good, good. My chat was stuck. That was what it was. I must have hit the mouse and it scrolled funny. Yay! So we have sound. Everything's working. Knocking on wood. You can't change your name to Debbie from Anthony. Well, we'll let you be incognito, Debbie. It's okay. Is everybody doing okay? Hi, Sarah. That's Ivy, Sierra, Starla, I see you. Deborah, haven't seen you in a while, Deborah. Everybody, I'm just going to say hi to all. Hey, Bonnie. Who downloaded the SVG and uploaded it and brought it into Design Space and is cut it and ready to make the flower? Anybody? Or is everybody, or do we have some that need to be walked through getting the file? Hi, Deb. Hey, Alice. Oh, Deborah, I'm sorry to hear that you were in the hospital. I hope everything's okay. Well wishes going out to you. Just in case we have somebody watch on the playback, I am going to walk through download and upload in Design Space, just so anybody that's new is able to get the file. So this is one that was an SVG, so you're going to have to go to craftingwithapril.co, and that is not .com, it's .co, and you're going to have to log in. If you're not registered, you're not going to be able to get the file, so you have to register. Once you've done that and you've logged in, come to the free SVG tab right here. And then you're going to scroll down, and right here is the file. Now the tutorial is what we're doing now, but it's all in there, so if you were to click on it now it would bring you to the live. But here is the SVG. You're going to click on it and it's going to ask you to download it, and I'm just going to save it to my desktop and hit save. I've already uploaded it, so I don't have to do that. If you're using Google Chrome, down here in the bottom right you'll see it. It's in a zip folder. If you double click it, it'll unzip that for you. If you save it to your desktop and you want to unzip it there, you'll right click on it, extract all files, and it's going to open up that zip folder so that you can see the extracted files. You might have saw a flash on the screen there when I double clicked it that it was unzipping. So once you've done that, you've got the file, you're ready to go to Design Space and click Upload. And then you click Upload Image, and you're going to browse for that image, or you're going to drag and drop it from your desktop into Design Space. So I'm just going to go to my desktop and open up the file, and I am just going to drag it right in to Design Space. It's going to ask me to name it and tag it, and I've already got one in here, so we're going to do that. And you might want to put flower or leaf, whatever you might want something out of this file for later. So once you've named and you've tagged it, you're going to save it. And it might take a minute to save. It's a medium-sized file. And you're going to click on it and you're going to insert it. It's sized for the size that I'm making today, and these are about, I don't know, 2.5 inches to about 2.5. You can make these any size you want. So the bigger you go, they might be floppy, so you might want to beef it up right here by welding in a circle and maybe hiding that and using that for your template. But the bigger you go, just remember your leaves or your petals will get heavy. Make sure you leave it grouped to size it. So if you want to change it and size it up or down to make it smaller or bigger, you can do that. You should be able to cut this out of crepe as well as 65-pound paper. That's what I used, was 65-pound from Michaels, and I'll show you guys that in just a second. And it worked fine. I did do one out of Cricut cardstock, which I'm also going to show you. It worked okay, but it was a little stiff. So we may put two together just so I can see, because the one I did was my mock-up of each one, and they didn't turn out as well as the second one did. So is everybody with me, and you understood how to bring this in? And then of course you can change your colors and color sync if you want to. You just need two colors that work well together. You could do a pale pink and a pale yellow would be really pretty. You could do, we're going to do blues tonight. We're going to do a blue one or teal. I don't know what you'll call it, but it came from Michael's out of the Seaside pack. And then you're just going to hit Make It. And here's a little tip. This one's okay. If you want to do like 2 and apply, you can do that. I think you can get 3. You can maximize with 3, I think it is. Yeah, that's it. You get a couple of extra on this one. But you can do 3 or 4, however many you want to do. You can get more on this page, guys. If you click on your mat and you click an image, you get the 3 dots. You can move it to another mat, and I'm going to bring it up here and move it to this other green mat, because I know I can fit more of these in here just by moving it. And the reason that Design Space does this is a paper saver, but if you look at it, you see that bounding box? That's what Design Space sees. It doesn't see this leaf and that will fit up in there. It sees this 2 by 5 inch square. And so it's making room for that square. So you can save a lot of space with your paper and move these yourself and get more and save that. You don't have to go by that. But a lot of times Design Space will do that, and people don't know why it's doing that, but it's the bounding box because it doesn't actually see that image that way. And you could even straighten these up and get even more on there. And what I mean by that is just twist it and bring them in straight, and you can get even more. So that's a little tip in case some of you didn't know, some of you that are new, but you can just move everything. You can even move it to a totally new mat and a new color, however you want to do it. So, but you have to do it right after hitting Make It, where you're doing your project copies and setting up your mats. And then you would hit Continue, choose your materials. and select your cardstock. It's going to tell you your blades, whatever tools you need, and then you're going to press go and cut it. And then once you've done that, then you're ready to assemble. Is everybody with me so far? That was magic. I cut that just click of a finger, right? No, just kidding. So here comes the fun part. This is really easy to put together, guys. You're going to be surprised how easy it is, really. Let me just make some adjustments to my screen here so I can see what you guys can see and what I'm on. Is the view okay for you guys, or do I need to adjust it for you? It looks pretty good to me. So, what you're going to have is a glue gun, and of course your glue sticks. You're going to have your cut file. You might need some of the floral tape. You might be able to get by without it, just depends. Now I used, on this one, a 24 gauge wire, and it was a little bit flimsy, and down here at the stem it kept wanting to flop over because it was top heavy, so I put a stick in there just to beef it up so I could use this one. And then on this one I used 18 gauge, and it seemed to work fine. But I went back, I think I went to the, yes, I did go to the 18 on this one. But because I made it a little bit longer, it wasn't as top heavy and it worked better. So it's up to you if you want to use 18, 20, 24. I would not go to a 26 gauge wire. It's just too hot. This stem is just way too top heavy for it. Now if you're doing, I'm about to show you, you're going to get maybe 2 or 3 different flowers out of this file, this being one of them. But you can stop with just your light color layers and get maybe just something like a peony or a small flower or carnation, or you can beef it up and do a little bit of two-tone and get a flower out of it. And those definitely will work with a 24 gauge. Okay, so let's get started. I've got my glue gun heated up and I've got my wire. I'm going to use the 18 gauge on this just in case, but I'm just going to bend that top and just put a little loop in it, just so you guys can see that. That's all I did, just put a little loop in it. And if you want to bend it over sideways, I kind of like to do that just a little on mine so that it's like an L shaped or flat. And then your wire is ready to go. To get your cardstock, and I used this is the butterfly wings paper, but they've got like 15 different packs, I think, of different flowers, of different papers. I'm sorry, I got flowers on my brain. But they've got several of these. This one that I'm doing down here came out of the, I don't know if it was ocean or seaside or whatever it was, but I think it was 2 different packs actually. I think this one came out of the seaside and this one came out of another, but I lost the paper, so I don't know what color it was. These were done with the butterfly wings. And then I had a pack of green that I took the paper out of on it, and I didn't have this paper, so I don't know. But that's all you need to do these. These were the pink out of a pastel, the spring pastel packet Cricut, and a Cricut's white paper. And then this is Cricut's green paper. And you can use either one you want for your leaves. It doesn't matter. They both curl really well. And this is what I used to curl this flower, guys. Right here. That's all I used. Just like a ribbon. I tore that one. Of course. So only one I tore out of all I've done. Just don't press too hard on them. But you get a good curl. That's the Cricut. And then this is the Michael's paper. But I just curled it like I would ribbon. And I got super good curl just by using this. You don't need it for the flowers. But I'm going to go ahead and curl up all of my, and you can get different curls on them. You don't have to have a big curl on any of them. So do that, and then your helix, or the bottom of your flower, your little green part, you're going to curl all 6 of those away from you. And that's all you need, just a little bit, doesn't need much. Now you have 9 of the lighter color, and you have, I think, 12 or 15 of the other. And you want to separate these into a couple of stacks, and they don't have to match up. If they don't, it's probably better, so that the leaves are off just a little bit. But you want to kind of get them like this so that you can work with them. And you're just going to take and start mashing up the petals. Yep, I did that. You guys saw me. I just destroyed that paper, right? But you're just going to start bending them up. Whichever way you want to do it. Doesn't really matter. But I just did a stack of them. And then I'm going to, before I undo them, I'm just going to give a little twist back and forth on these sets. Not enough to tear your paper underneath, because your bottom will tear quicker because you're not looking at it. And then you're going to separate those. And then you're going to get your other stack. And again, the leaves, if they're not uniform, if they're not all lined up, it's better. So if you want to rotate a couple of them, you don't want everything to be uniform. And again, crush them. Turn them different ways, bend just parts of it, pinch them in the middle, bend them down, whatever you want to do to it. And again, give it a little bit of a twist. Do it different ways if you want. Do it the same way. And then separate them. And you guessed it, we're going to do the same thing with the bottom. Just 3 or 4 of them at a time. Yeah, smash them up. It's a technical term. I'm not through smashing, because after you do that and you separate them and mix them up, you can give them just a little crunch. Not much, just a little. So technical, right? Scrunchies. Smash them up. I told you this flower was fast. It's almost as fast as a rolled flower. And again, you're going to separate those pieces. Does anybody have any design space questions? You having any project issues? Anything that you need help with? And Leslie Reynolds, one of our members in, I believe it was Cricut Maker Projects, had an idea for April Fools. We are going to do a bloopers post. So if you guys have any bloopers or projects that didn't turn out just perfectly right, make sure you photograph them, because April the 1st, we're going to be posting those in our post so that people can see. Not all the time do our projects come out perfect. Maybe give ourselves a chance to laugh at ourselves and let others see, you know, hey, we started there. We've already made these mistakes. This is how we know. Yeah, we're going to caress Hulk style. And again, I'm going to separate them. And you can twist these. Some of these I twist, some of them I didn't. Totally up to you. Because you're still going to have time to maneuver them around. So nothing's locked in stone. Unless you rip it. Like I did a couple of them, and still you can salvage it because I had ripped leaves on a couple of them that I did. And then these I'm going to twist. Alright, and then again you're going to mix those up, and I'm mixing them because we did 3 different sets and I want them to be mixed up well, and I'm just going to crunch them just a little bit, not much. And now we're going to assemble. I think that I'm going to cut just, I would suggest that you don't cut your first ones until you're sure about where they're going to land. But I'm cutting about 4 inches off of my stem, or I'm going to try to. There we go. That shot across the room. But anyway, once you have it, you're going to get one of your light blue ones. Doesn't matter, just grab one. And you're going to run it up on the stem and put some glue up there on the top of that stem. Bring it up and just give it a second to cool, guys. Don't burn yourself. I should have made my loop a little bit smaller, but I'm going to work with it. Smash that one up. Just smash it up. That's all I did. Smashed it up flat. And then you're just going to put a little dab of glue on the back and run the next one. And then this one you're going to bring in kind of tight, and don't worry, I'm still letting that glue because it's awfully warm, and I'm just going to let it set, and then we're going to shape that. So that's all you need right there for the time being. Make sure you set 3 of these to the side, because you don't want to lose track and put them on there and not be able to get them off. Don't ask me how I know that, because you probably already know why I'm telling you that. Hey, Denise. Hey, Max. But I'm just giving that a second to cool. And then right there where I can see my green wire, I'm just going to make sure I put a little bit of glue on one of those leaves or petals, and I'm going to smash it back to the center so that it hides it. And you want to let your glue cool in between, guys, so that you don't get too warm and they slip on you. Try to stagger your petals at this point from the next. And we're keeping these up tight. And like I said, you can see where you're getting maybe a carnation or a peony. You can stop there and do little corsages. Hey, Deb. So this file will give you several flowers, guys, and like I said, you can make it bigger if you want. So there's one flower. You could stop right there, and we don't have but 3 pieces on there. How quick was that? Right? So let's just keep going. I'm going to place another one. And no rhyme or reason as to which way these are turned, which way the petals were smashed or anything. I'm just sticking them on there because you want this portion to be pretty tight. Okay, we're going to loosen it up down here, but this portion needs to be tight. You don't want them too tight like this one, because then they just look all smashed up. And this one's a little too tight. I didn't crush these enough, because the 80-pound was hard to crush. It really was. So that's cooled, and we're going to do another one. Let's see, I think I'll go this way with this one, just because that's the way I want to. And you can see it starting to take shape. And notice that when I'm pushing these, I'm not pushing the petals, I'm just pushing that center to stick into the glue. I am not pushing down on my petals. I'm not crushing them anymore. Yes, you can, Sue, ink these edges with a little sponge dauber. What I would actually think I would do is just smear some ink all over my paper before I cut it with a dauber. See how they came out. Might be really, really pretty that way. You know, kind of watercolory with the ink dauber. Okay, so now remember I said set 3 to the side? Okay, so we have those set to the side. Now we're going to grab one of our dark ones. And I'm just going to put a dab of glue here. Let me get a glue stick. But I got enough in there. I want just a tiny little bead of glue, because I don't want this flower to go all the way down in there. I want it to set up just slightly from the others. So I'm just going to let that cool, because when we put that next layer on, it's going to heat it back up, and I want to make sure that I have a little bit of cushion between my next leaf and that one. Got a little glue on that one. I guess it'll be okay. So now that it's not stringy, so it's not set, but it's not stringy. Just going to bring that one in. And I'm going to heat on the top of this, and it's probably going to heat the one below it enough for it to stick, but if it doesn't stick, it's not a big deal. And I bring in another one of the light ones that we put to the side. And we're going to stick it to that one. You can see I've got just a slight gap in there, not a whole lot. Then you want another one of the dark ones. And then we're going to do another light one. And I went out just a little on the side of that one. It's okay. You can do that occasionally just to make sure that you've got somewhere for one of these to take hold. Because, like I said, you don't want to smash it down into the center. You just want to stick it to the next one. And then we're going to put our last light colored one on. And that's where the fun begins, because we're almost done. I am going to put a bead of glue there, and let that cool. Just like that. So we'll just let that sit to the side and cool. I don't want it to run. I'll prop it up like that. And you can get your other leaves ready while that's cooling. Yeah, it will. You can make the glue make the perfect gap. And I'm just going to stagger these up anyway. I have glue hairs on my fingers. And they're sticking. There we go. Just going to line the holes up so that I can run that onto. Doesn't want to cooperate with me tonight. And basically all I'm doing, you don't have to do it this way. You can put them on one at a time if you want. I'm just letting that glue sit for my cushion. And I'm just going to put them all on the floral wire. Almost done. That's about where I want it. So just check it how you want it. Leave it a little bit loose there. And pop in a little bead of glue. With your curls up, just going to drop that down. And we're going to let it sit for a moment. How pretty! And now I am going to put just a little bead of glue right here, to kind of tack on. That's where our leaves are going to go. The first two anyway. And you want your curl to the outside, guys. Don't ask me how I know. And you're just going to stick it right there, just one of them. Oops, he fell over. I forgot to pinch my leaves, so I'm just going to pinch that one right there, just to give it some contour. While that's drying, you can just give them a pinch. I mean, we crumpled all the rest. Why should that be perfect paper, right? But I just gave them a pinch. Yeah, these are just really, really, really quick. I mean, as far as flowers go, because you know, some of them can take an hour to make. To me, this is fast. So I've got that glued right there. And before I put this other one on, I am going to dab some glue to glue that to the wire. And some on each side. No need for a whole lot of floral tape, because I know a lot of people hate to fuss with the floral tape. Put another little dab there to hold that leaf at the top. And again, make sure you place it with the curl to the outside. Don't ask me. And then you're just going to smash where you put the glue in the middle on this. Smash those together. And then you have two more leaves. You can cut it off there. You can stop. You can wrap some floral wire around the bottom. Myself, I just, because I don't need that in my way. Just going to snip those off. Don't need those pieces because I am using these. And then I'm going to put some glue here. Flip it over. Put a little glue here. Let that cool because it's hot. That's a high temp gun. I'm going to cut, well, that is ending right where my wire is. I think I'm going to cut my wire off slightly. Let's see. I don't know, that's a good height. I'm just going to leave it. So I'm just going to get a small piece of floral tape. I'm going to smash and roll those. I don't even need them. I'm going to pull those off, the tails. And we're just going to wrap some tape around the end of the wire. And you can finish these off any way you want, guys, at the bottom, however you want to do your stems. If you're putting them into a piece of foam, you don't even need the floral wire at all. I mean the tape, because I know a lot of you don't like working with the floral tape. It can be a pain at times. Trust me, when I worked with it yesterday, it was not going this smoothly. It didn't want to stick. And I do go all the way down and then go back up. But you guys do it the way you feel comfortable. Done. How cool. A few, so just a few. And we're not even going to talk about the words. Yeah, it is, Neela, there's a learning curve, but yeah, I like the floral tape. And then you just want to kind of give your flower a little bit of shape. And you can give it just a little bit of curve if you want. Doesn't need much. You know, just kind of give it that natural curve to it, like nature would give it. Just a teeny tiny bit. But you can see they are pretty. Like I said, that one's a little squatty because that was the first one out of 65-pound paper, and then that one was squatty because it was cardstock. But you can see where the issue with the cardstock comes in, because you just can't get a good crush on it. It just, and then trying to get it to twist too, it just didn't want to cooperate. I just didn't get as good of a look out of it, in my opinion. Very easy, guys. Like I said, quick. I think it really takes longer to cut them and wait on glue to dry than it does to assemble them. I hear you, Neela. I only burned myself twice yesterday. So, did we have any Design Space questions, project issues? Guys, don't forget to type that in caps so that we and the mods can see you. And don't forget, patrons, you already know that we're doing a Pinteresting Projects Saturday, the fourth Saturday of every week. Our patrons are going to pin projects and we're going to pick from them. Everybody can watch and join in on how we create the files and replicate. but the files that I do will only be available to patrons. So, yes, the video is available after Denise. Good question. It sometimes takes YouTube, I don't know, sometimes 20, 30 minutes, sometimes an hour. It just depends on the day and the time. But they will come up for review, and they're public, so you can see them. You can view it. Neela, you have no fingerprints. I almost don't have any. But yeah, guys, you can make this as tall or as short as you want, and varying, same amount of petals. I just put these tighter. You can get varying degrees out of this flower. So you can make a carnation out of this, and like a peony bud out of this, and then these, whatever. I call them hyacinth type flowers. I don't even really know what it is. So it's just a bud cone flower. Max, you can get the file at craftingwithapril.co in the free SVG tab. You do have to sign up and register on the site. But right here, let's go over and show you guys again. Hey, Miss Sheila. Right here on craftingwithapril.co. Scroll down and you will see the photo, and the tutorial will be here after it ends and it's processed by YouTube. You'll be able to see that, and then we have the file and a photo. There are several files in here, guys, and don't forget we have Brilliant Vinyl. This is one that we did 1 week. Lots of files in here for free, and we're growing. And if you're not a patron, you can click right here and join Patreon. Get access. $2 gets you access to all the design files. $5 gets you the design files and the exclusive files. The monthly SVGs, $10 and up, gets you those. And you also get shout outs on YouTube and some other things. And all the tiers are described over at Patreon. Oh yeah, Sheila, you're going to love these. Let me go over there and show it to Miss Sheila, one we just did. We got flowers. All you got to do is say the word flowers, and Miss Sheila is right there. What you think, Miss Sheila? You like these? You can't find 3D Panda. Let me take a look here, Debbie. We just go to a new project. How about that? Let me get y'all back over there. You sent it to her, Catherine? I'm still going to try to pull it up just in case. That didn't do it. Let's try that number. There's something missing on that number. That number's not big enough. It's in images. There he is. Is that him? No, that's print and cut. Are we there yet, Catherine? I don't know if I've seen the 3D panda. I've been so busy. Oh, there he is, right there. And he didn't pull up when I did that, and that was the same number. Okay. I will, as a matter of fact, let me message Miss Anna Rose. Okay, I let her know. So they'll fix that so that when you put that number in, it will come up. Yeah. Yeah, but we should be able to put the number in to Design Space and it find it. There it goes. Now it's working. If I'm in Images. I guess maybe it's not a Make It Now. Maybe that was it. I'll just tell her, sorry, oops. I was missing a 4 at the end. No, I had the 4. 4, 5, 4, 7, 4. Okay, that's what it was. I think I was on Cartridges or Make It Nows or something like that, but I was in Projects maybe. You're wilting? You're so funny, Neela. Okay, so we got that one handled. Anybody else having any other Design Space issues or anything, questions you want to ask? Anything you need me to cover? I am in the process of remaking, since the last update where they moved the line cuts or added the line cut toolbar. I am remaking those videos for anybody that's new. I am also in the process of making iPad and Android tutorials. So I'm working on them, guys. I will get them out as soon as I can. Hopefully I'll have them all out by the end of the week. All right. Yay, Debbie. You got it. Good, 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 good. Thank you for that assist there on that, Catherine, because I had not even seen it yet. I think I did. I just don't remember it. I think, didn't somebody do one? I think I saw a picture of one completed, but I didn't go and look it up in Design Space. They've added so much, it's hard to. It's all running together for me. I don't know what's new anymore and what's not. So guys, you guys go crush some paper. I mean literally crush some paper and show me your projects. I want to see some colors, some pink and yellows and some purples. I think you can, Vicki. You probably want to make them smaller. You don't want to go this big with crepe because it'll just flop. And what I would do with the crepe, rather than crush them, I would go through, and it's going to take you some time, but pull those petals like so, just slightly stretching them around. And then maybe give it just a slight twist with crepe, because crepe is much more delicate and it's going to be flimsy. It's going to be hard to... Tissue paper would probably be a better option than crepe, honestly, because tissue paper, you can kind of crumple the ends of it fairly easy. You can kind of crumple them up, and it would still stay a little stiffer in the center. So I'm going to say that, yes, if you do, Neela, please, I wanted to do one in crepe, but I haven't had time to cut it and do it. I've had so much other going on. Oops, hit my camera. Sorry, guys. I've had so much other going on that I just didn't have time to cut it out of crepe, because we all know that takes the rotary and fabric mats and all of that stuff. You have to use a fabric mat in your rotary, Debbie. Maker only. Tissue and crepe can be cut with the fabric mat and your rotary. But yeah, we've had people cut tissue before. I thought tissue would stick to it too much too, but no. Yeah. We've made crepe roses. We have tutorials where we did the crepe roses and all of that kind of stuff. We've done calla lilies, crepe roses. What else have we done, guys? Dahlias. I can't even remember all the ones we've done. And Neela just did irises. The irises are, yeah, they were irises, not, or gladiolas. I don't remember. I got my flowers mixed up. I think they were irises. Yeah, Neela just did some really pretty crepes on those. But guys, the 80 pound, you can get it to work. Like I said, you just have to, it takes a little bit more time and a little bit more bending, and it just doesn't, it takes more to break the paper down than it does the 65 pound. But you can do it. It just takes a while. The paper resists getting bent like you want it. Oh, you're very welcome. Oh, good, Vicki. And any of you who need crepe who do not have it and you want to give it a try, you can get it at Leah, from Leah Griffith. Oops, not going to let me. I'll post it in the group. Come over and ask, and we'll get you the link to the Leah Griffith paper. Yes, please thumbs up, like, share, all of that good stuff. I greatly appreciate it. I want to say thank you to all my moderators and my patrons. And if you're not a patron, please consider supporting. Get all those files and exclusive videos and all that good stuff. Yeah, 65 pound. That's what you want for these. The rotary blade is not for all machines, Debbie. Good question. The rotary tools, or they're for the adaptive tool system. They have the gears on the top. They will only fit the maker. Any tool that has that gear on the top will not fit or work in any other machine. Anytime, Denise. We're here every Monday to answer questions, and the rest of the week we're in the groups there for you. And if we have to make small short clips for you, we'll do that too. Anytime, just let us know if you're just not getting it, and we can do a short clip and show you everything that you need to know on screen. That's the good thing about Mondays. You can come over, and whatever issue you're having, you can follow along right here on screen, and we will show you step for step what you need to do to achieve whatever your project is. Yay! Yes, it is, Vicki. There's a back order on them, but they're getting them. They should be here this week. They're getting another shipment. I got mine today, but I didn't get my foils. I got a little bit in there. I just haven't broke it open yet. I wanted to me, it was worth waiting for the savings, but I fully expected to get everything today. But they did tell me it's coming next week. It's on the way. So, let me get back over here. I just want to say, since we brought it up, guys, this is the foil quill. Yes, there is a picture of the Cricut maker on the front. Did they have permission to do that? No, they didn't. It will void your warranty. So, it will void your warranty. I have a machine that is not in warranty. I will not be putting it in my maker. And I also have a Silhouette. So, you get the adapters for your Brother Scan & Cuts, your Silhouette, and the Cricut. So all of the adapters come in there. It's cheaper than buying it separated. So, but you have your adapters. I believe A is for the Silhouette, I think. B for the Brother Scan & Cut. And C is for the, wherever it may be in there, is for the Cricut. I think. That's what I read anyway. So, I planned to do an unboxing with that. However, I just don't I have the little bit of foils in there. And if I mess up, I don't know if I'll have enough. But yes, the link is below the video. And when you go there, they also put... It's called Swing Design down there, foil quill. Julie, I know it's not going to let me, but I'm going to try it. It's http://shrsl.com/1HNLL. Yeah, so it's inside the package somewhere in there. I think it's with the USB. However, I would not plug this into my maker anyway. I'm going to probably either plug it into my computer or either one of the little battery pack things that you carry around in your purse for your phone. But I will not be putting this in my maker because my other machine, out of warranty, if something were to melt and it, because it got too hot and messed up my clamp, I could live without that machine till I replaced it. But I'm not going to be able to do without my maker. So no, I will not be putting it in my maker. And my Silhouette is still under warranty. However, that being said, also, we are memory keepers said, if you use it and it damages your machine that's not under warranty, something to that effect, to contact their customer support. So I don't know if they're going to make it good or what, because I didn't delve that far into it. But if you go, yes, they're on the website. If you look down at the bottom left, there's a discount code for signing up from that link that I have below. If you go to that, down in the bottom left, it's going to have a savings or something like that button. Click on it, get your 10% off. It's on sale for $79, I believe, rather than the $99, because Joann's won't let you use a coupon on it, because I was going to cancel my order and do Joann's, and they wouldn't let me. So I was like, I'd rather save the money than to get it faster. So, but Joann's coupons would not even work on the accessories or the foils. Wouldn't even let me use it on the foils. So it's worth the wait if you want to save some money on it. It's going to be there. And also, down below there, I don't know if I have I have a link to So Fancy, guys. Let me show you that. Let me just go over and show you So Fancy. Let's go over. Even if you're not getting the quill, yeah, Vicki, it's really a good deal. Plus, I think I spent $99, but I got several foils to come with mine. So Fancy is a site, and it is one of my affiliates. So if you guys use my link and you purchase anything, then I will get a small commission, and I thank you in advance. If you ordered your foil quill from them, they gave you this is a card redemption. They gave us $100 because we were promised a date of shipping and it didn't happen. So they did make it good for us. So it's a good company and they stand behind it. So anything happens, that they'll help you. Yeah, it's $99 at Joann's and there's no discounts. But if you come over and look, there's some freebies. And let's see. Where is it? That's the So Fancy font. A lot of people ask me about that font. That is it. Right here. Free foil quill design set. There's 10 single lines in here, but they put some in all the time, so you guys keep checking back. You can use your pens to write these single line things in Design Space, guys. And single line means that it's not going to do the inside like these. Well, these it will, but let's see. Like these circles right here, where it would draw in a circle and then draw the inner circle like it would with your fonts. This won't do that. They're all single line. So you won't have all those extra lines on there double doing it. It's just like the drawing files in Design Space. Single line. So even if you're not getting the foil quill, and even if you don't want the single line, they've got some cute little fonts and things in here. Bundles and SVGs. So just in case you guys didn't know about this, I know a lot of you know about font bundles and DeFont and Creative Fabrica and all of those guys. Not everybody knows about So Fancy yet. Alright guys, I thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next video. I am going to try to do, don't hold me to it, because if life happens, it's not going to happen. But I'm going to try to pop in a live on Wednesday if I can. Don't know what I'll do. If you guys have suggestions or something you want, just shoot me a message and let me know. And I have not forgotten Sheila. I am going to do the watch band that Jamie did and put in the design files over on the site. I will get to that as soon as I can. It is on my list. You're welcome, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good night.